Hey everyone, this is Helena Hart, and I'm here with my BFF and fellow coach, Anya Grace, today. We are so excited to get started. Welcome, Anya. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, Helena. I miss Helena. She truly is my best friend right now, and I'm like, where is my best friend?
It's so we've been doing so many live streams over on my channel. It's so weird to do it over Google Hangouts this way, but we definitely wanted to come on and talk about this topic. It's something we've been getting asked about so much in the comment sections of some of our other videos that we've done together, and that is, people wanting to know a powerful tool or almost like a shortcut into your feminine energy. Leo's being loud over there. Sorry. You can hear him. Hopefully the microphone's not picking it up. A powerful tool to shift you into your feminine energy and make you irresistible to men, to bring your man closer than ever. We have so much to say on this topic. So Anya, let's just jump right in. I know we don't have too much time today. What is that number one tool or shortcut into your feminine energy?
So the absolute number one trick and tool to drop into the feminine and activate it in the body is to be in your own body. Especially as women, we are powerful when we are connected to our physical body. And when we're in our physical body, we have more energy that we can really work with and invite somebody else to experience with us. So number one tool is being in the body. And the way to do this that Helena and I are actually really talking about today is meditation. And what meditation does is it moves breath, it moves energy through your whole system. And that's essentially if you are a woman who wants to learn how to, step into your full power, beauty, worth, vibrancy, magnetic attraction abilities, then it's critical that you learn how to work with the energy that's moving through your body. So through meditation, through, centering into yourself physically, that's the biggest trick that we are talking about today.
Absolutely. And that can be the hardest thing to do, right? I know in one of our other live streams, Anya, that we did together, one of the main questions people asked was, is it harder to get into your feminine energy when you're in love with a man or feeling strongly attracted to him? And I was like, you know what? Shockingly, I'm just going to say yes. I think it is. When we really like a guy, it can be so easy to go up in our head and start thinking and overanalyzing. For everyone watching, let us know, do you have a problem with overanalyzing like I can certainly get into, and Anya, maybe you as well, that, this will be so helpful for you. So Anya, I love everything you said. And I just want to say hi to everyone joining, Diana, Adri, Mary, Susan, Margaret, Sylvia, Tiffany, Sharon, Sherry asked, are you answering questions tonight? We are going to try. So if you guys have questions, type them into the chat. I know we don't have too much time, so maybe towards the end, or if it's like a on-topic kind of question, we'll definitely try and get to as many as we can. So Anya, let's talk about how meditation can really move you from being up in your head and down into your heart, where your true attraction power is as a woman.
Yeah, beautiful. So what you were saying with that amazing question, when you're in love with a man, does that take us out of our feminine energy or make it harder to stay there? And I think part of why it's harder to stay in that feminine power is that you really want to be with that person all the time. And when we are with and united with a man all the time, or we're always around them, we kind of lose sense of what makes us confident on our own. And sometimes, if you're like me, you'll have a tendency to drop all the things that make you happy and healthy, and often all the things that made him, come close to you in the first place, such as your love for movement and dance and yoga or reading, just all the things that when we're single, we fill up our life with all of these activities that help us feel better and good. So I think part of why it's harder to stay in that feminine energy when we're in a relationship is we have such a tendency to just drop all the things that we need to stay calm and confident. So it's critical, and this is one of the practices that I would do and I will do when I'm in a relationship with someone. I will make sure that there's time every single day where I'm connecting to my heart and to my body. And what happens is when that person comes back, let's say they're at work and I'm home, like this was in one of my past relationships, one of my exes or one of my partners, he would he had work kind of late, so I had the evening just to be with myself. And I would you do yoga and meditate at night, and then he would come home, and I remember him coming home, and I would just be in this like peaceful place where my body was so activated with my own energy, my Shakti force, the feminine energy, my heart, the feeling of love. And then he would come in and just like be enveloped in that. And, you know, our union, our time together, our intimacy would just be so much more powerful because I had taken a step back, activated that energy within, you know, and then the union can be so epic. So the reason that meditation helps with this is that when we focus our attention onto and into our physical body, I love to focus it into my heart center. What happens is wherever we put our energy, whatever we put our attention to, energy will flow in. So if you're pointing your attention always outward on another person, then you're actually energy is not coming to you, it's going to them. So you lose your energetic power to attract and magnetize. When you focus your attention inward on your heart, on your belly, on your, you know, your desires and your dreams and the good feelings that you can generate, then energy comes into you and you become more powerful in your magnetic ability, your attractiveness. So that's why, I mean, I use meditation. It doesn't have to be just meditation, but it's a very powerful tool to use every single day to just activate that feminine energy.
So powerful. I love that. I can't believe it's getting dark already. You guys, it's not even 5 o'clock here. It's just crazy. But I'm so happy we could fit this in today. Everyone is resonating with this so much, about overthinking, being up in your head, having a hard time getting into your body. I can personally relate to that. As Anya knows, I'm kind of like the classic person who says that you don't meditate right, you know, or has a hard time really doing that. So Anya has helped me tremendously with that over the past, what would you say, a couple months or something?
Yeah, Helena's a master now.
I'm trying. But yeah, for those of you guys who are saying, oh my gosh, I just did this today, I went up in my head. Yeah, we can all tend to do this. It almost kind of like the more driven and ambitious and the smarter you are in other areas, it can be so easy to get out of that place of, thinking and analyzing and trying to make something happen and into the body, like Anya said so beautifully. Something I've heard you talk about, Anya, is how when you are thinking, it's kind of like an electrical kind of magnetic, or not magnetic, electrical field. When you are kind of like a penetrating, like photons of energy or light moving outward, leaning forward, something I talk about a lot. When you're in your body and in your heart, that's a magnetic field that gets bigger and bigger the more you do this, which really pulls the whole world towards you, especially that man who's right in front of you if you're looking to bring him closer. And I hope I said that right, Anya. Do I have that correctly?
Our mind is creating an electric field and our body and heart creates a magnetic field. So the more, again, energy and attention you put, like just literally by closing your eyes and taking a deep breath in, just that alone will activate your magnetic field and it will get bigger so you can attract more into your life. And you can play with this on a date where you just practice, like throw your energy out, like push your energy outward and focus and lean in, and then pull your energy inward and lean back. And you'll literally, especially if you practice this, it'll become like an extra skill set, like an extra sense that you have to just start to feel energy. And you can kind of feel when he's like leaning in and feeling it and when he's not. And there's, again, no analysis, no paralysis that needs to happen. It's just like, what feels good to you? How much can you just stay calm and connected and centered in your body and receive the gift that he wants to provide and give you? And the more that you can lean back and receive that, the more he's going to fall in love with you.
I love that. Obviously, it's so powerful. This is resonating with everyone. It sounds like we tend to give up a lot of things when we're in a relationship. I gave up the gym. Absolutely. Tiffany says, I guess the question is, where is your focus? Yeah, very powerful question to ask yourself. I talk so much about taking your focus off of a man and what he's thinking and where's this relationship going, and putting that focus on yourself. And this is one way to do it, right? Focusing inward on your body sensations and your feelings. Very feminine energy practice. right? Sharon says, when we focus too much attention outward, we lose our magnetism. Powerful statement. Yeah, I totally agree.
We just talked on the phone. We had a little conversation. I think that's Sharon.
Yes. Amazing. We love your comments, you guys. So let us know your experiences with this. Sherry asks, going into her head, I just did that today. I had to apologize to him. I feel so bad now for doing that. Should I give him space? Don't beat yourself up is the first thing I would say. When we feel like we pushed a guy away or he's not coming as close as we want, he's kind of staying at arm's length, the first thing we all want to do is beat ourselves up, blame ourselves, go over and over what went wrong, replaying the last conversation in our mind. And that's all keeping you up in your head, right? Up in your masculine energy, where a man actually cannot get close to you. He can't connect with you and he can't fall in love when you're coming from that place. But when you're in your body, when you're focused on your heart through meditation or through some other practice that really gets you there, he can connect with you. And that's when he can really fall in love and want to come close. Anya, do you agree?
Absolutely. And I think another key here is, I love what you said about being kind to yourself, like being gentle on yourself in the moments that you feel triggers come up, where you've been studying with Helena and I or some other coaches and trainers out there, and you know what the right thing in quotes is to do, and yet you slide back into an old pattern and habit, and you're feeling yourself spiral into insecurity. It's in those moments, I always say, in the moments of insecurity, it's the moment we've been looking for. It's the moment that we've been waiting for, because it's only when we're so emotionally raw and vulnerable and exposed that we can gain our true power either back, or just, we can just heighten our power. So when you feel like right now, whoever said that last comment, and you're like, okay, I did that today, now I'm feeling like upset maybe a little bit, or I'm wondering if he's gonna, not be interested anymore, what you can do is go to your room, find a little spot, light a candle, close your eyes, and just put one hand over your heart, one hand over your belly, and start to breathe calmly, and see if you can generate the feeling of fear that's coming up in your body. Like, go into the fear and the insecurity and everything that's arising for you, make it so intense, like it's the biggest, you're just engulfed with this discomfort, and sit there for as long as you possibly can until that discomfort starts to dissipate. And as that discomfort starts to dissipate, you're actually literally pulling your power back from that person and the situation. And then you can exit the meditation, exit the practice, and feel okay. Like, whatever happens, you're good. You survived. You survived the hardest emotions in that moment. And it doesn't really matter what he does or what he doesn't do. Like, you have been able to generate love and acceptance in a moment that you felt insecure and upset.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's the running away from fear that can keep us stuck up in our heads, and from, getting to this place where we can really, connect with a person, right? And there's questions, like, should I always do this? Why do I do this? Should I do that? I mean, there's so many questions like that. A lot of times when you can connect with your heart and your own feminine energy in this way, your intuition kicks in. Right? When you're up in your head thinking, we're kind of, and of course, thinking is a great thing. We don't want to say don't think, right? It's fantastic in all different areas of every area of your life. Thinking is such an important thing. Being able to analyze and sort things out mentally is great. But we can get so stuck in that place that we lose our attraction power. We lose that feminine magnetism. And so many of us can get stuck there. That's where this can really help. So, I just lost my train of thought for a second, but yeah, Anya, I would love to, and I don't want to put you on the spot here, but if you could maybe share like a quick breathing exercise. Of course, for those of you who don't know, Anya and I created a program called the Feminine Empowerment System that takes you through these different aspects to activate 5 core aspects of your feminine energy. That is experiencing the present moment, feeling and connecting with your emotions, trusting, allowing, and receiving. Just right off the top of my head, activating those through meditations and through some training videos. So we have that available at a special pre-sale price in the description. It's not available anywhere else yet, but if you want to check that out, super inexpensive program. We wanted to make it available to as many people as possible. But for the purposes of everyone just watching right now, do you have like a quick exercise or meditation or breathing thing that everyone could kind of do at a moment's notice? I don't know if you have one prepared, but if you did, that would be amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I wanted to add on to what you were saying with, like, it brings men in, it brings people in. You don't have to be feeling good to bring somebody in. You can be feeling upset and be open and vulnerable and real about it and invite somebody in. You don't have to be perfect. What creates intimacy and connection is raw, vulnerable honesty and truth. And so when you can walk around with that, resonating with that in your heart, it's just heart feelings that will bring somebody close to you. So don't shy away from your triggers. Let them become part of your beauty and the package and the present that you bring to your relationships. It's something so powerful that you have. So one of the, and I'll just say a little bit about, Helene and I created this because in my work and what we've really started to do together, going in and doing this inner deepening is critical and crucial. Like it just, you can't activate your true power as a woman without going there, because part of our power as women is our depth, like literally our physical depth, our emotional depth, and the ability to bring somebody in intimately. So for me personally, it wasn't until I, dove into so many of these practices that I started to step up and understand the value that I was bringing. So one of the deep practices that I'll share with you is really simple. And once I started to utilize this in my life, I literally noticed myself become so much more magnetic. And it was the magnetism was coming from my confidence. It's coming from my self-security in just me. And I didn't care what was happening around me because I started to value myself at such a deep level. So this meditation is the very first meditation I started to work with. And using the feminine activation, the feminine empowerment system that Helene and I have too will really support this as well, is just you can sit up like this every day or lie down on your back with your knees bent and it's really important to have your hands over your heart, at least one, just to make contact with the center. Because when we physically touch our body, then our attention is going there. And so it'll bring more brain, like mind, body awareness. And you can just think of something or someone that you love. It could be a pet. I often would think of my cat at home that I grew up with. Like Helene would probably think of Leo. I might even think of Leo at this time in my life. Or even my Juicy Juice. I had a pet dog, not a real dog, like a stuffed animal dog named Juicy Juice when I was growing up. And that lovey, that stuffed animal, I would think of just hugging that animal. So think about loving someone or something. Put your hands over your heart and think about that. Generate the feeling of love, and just then let love be coming up through your own body. Like you are the source of that feeling. And when you generate love, it fills in all of the gaps. It fills in all of the holes, all of the brokenness that you may think you have been at points in your life, fills in all of the wounds, and you just get washed over with such a healing energy. And then if you get good enough at this, if you practice enough, then you walk around generating love. And people, men for sure, all people and men, you will feel yourself be such a gift in front of them. Like you become this walking, talking gift of love. And men love to be with women. The masculine loves to be with the feminine because the feminine is so deeply connected to the source of love that we all come from, and the heart energy. So it's the most powerful practice to do if you want to step into your true power and feel that energy.
That is so beautiful. It's obviously so much in line with some of the things I teach. Is a lot of times when we're like, well, how do I bring this guy closer? How do I make him love me the way I love him? What we're looking to him to like fill something up in us that really what our soul is seeking is that love from ourself. Just like Anya said, when you can learn to do that, you radiate it out and then you naturally attract it back towards you. I mean, think about it. When are you the most magnetic and attractive? When you are trying to get something from a man, like I don't feel loved, so I'm going to try and get it from this man. If anyone's ever tried that, you know it doesn't work, right? Or when you're radiating love because this is who you are, like you are the source of that for yourself, then it's like, you know, everyone's going to feel drawn into you. They're going to be completely mesmerized by you because you're just attracting what you're radiating out, right? So that was so beautiful. I know some people were asking for a breathing exercise, so that's fantastic, Anya. And we did want to keep this to 30 minutes if we can. I know it's like already dark. So is there any last words of wisdom or tools or tips that you want to share when it comes to shifting into your feminine energy to bring that man closer? I know I certainly have my own way of doing this that I can share, but I'd love to hear from you, Anya.
Well, get the feminine empowerment system if you're feeling stuck or lost, or you really want to start this and you don't know how. That'll help. And just within the moment, day to day, remember your power is inside of you. It is always within. And in a moment of feeling anxious and you want to control the external circumstances, you know how it's all going to work out, the most powerful thing you can do, close your eyes and take a deep breath in. Literally, it will change your life. Like, remember, put your hand over your heart and say to yourself, my power as a woman lies within. It's connected to my heart. It is my energy. It's in my higher connection to source, or the universe, whatever you like to say. It's something that is so deep, and it comes from within me. It's not on the outside. And so if you just brainwash yourself with that, like I've done, and it will literally, I mean, I have such a deep level of self-security, and I did not have that before. And it's one of the things that, I don't know, I couldn't have survived at the level of insecurity that I had before. So that's why we've created this, or that's why I care so much. And I'm here and Helena and I are here together because it's like, I personally know how it feels to not feel good about myself and to have such deep insecurities and doubt, will I ever have that love in my life? And I would say doing this work, it doesn't just bring the love in, it brings it in at ways that, even beyond our wildest dreams. Like, it's true, powerful, divine union, soulmate, if you believe in that. It's just deep. It's just very deep. Because
Yeah.
you become deep, and that's the thing.
So true. It's so true. Yeah. So this was amazing. I know it sounds so simple, but just the tiniest shift into your body and connecting with your heart will make such a huge shift in your love life. I always say the way to connect to a man's heart is always through your own heart first, right? If you're up in your head trying to stir something into creation and make some connection happen, again, if you've ever tried that, it doesn't work. The only way is to connect with yourself and your own feelings. Another thing I always say is a man can't love and accept you any more than you love and accept all the parts of yourself, even the parts that don't feel so good sometimes, like fear or shame or doubt. So this is beautiful, Anya. Thank you so much for sharing that. And we hope everyone has a good evening. And check out the Feminine Empowerment System if you're looking for really in-depth meditations and some training videos that Anya and I did together to really, shift you into your body, into your heart, which is where your true attraction power lies as a woman, and activate those core aspects. Again, they're experiencing the present moment, feeling and getting in touch with your emotions so you can connect with a man's heart, trusting, allowing, and receiving. These are all things that can be really difficult for so many of us women, myself included. And the meditations that Anya created for this program were like just so life-changing, also infused with some sound healing technology, which was really beautiful, and something, maybe we could talk about in a later video, but that's available at a special pre-sale price still. You can check it out in the description right below this video. Anya, anything you want to leave everyone with before we close out?
Just, I've been blessed with the personal coaching of Helena Hart. And I will say, she's truly a master at this, and she's so humble, but Helena, I mean, there's a really deep gift that Helena holds, and I'm really grateful to be able to do this work with her because I think we both bring our expertise and it goes so well together. So I just want to honor you as Helena's audience because you've picked a good person to follow and to study with. She really does know so much, and I have personally received so many gifts from her. So props to everybody who's here.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. That is so sweet. And this has just been amazing. And really, this can change your whole life, not just your love life, but every area of your life. So we'd love to hear from you guys. You know, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to let us know your experiences with this in the comment section. What I hear from women is, I just did this one thing. I just made this one shift. I started a daily meditation practice, or I just focused on my breathing more. I got into my body. I connected with my heart, and it really changed everything. Either, you know, transforming the relationship they're in or attracting that right person to them who really wants to honor her feelings and be that empowered masculine man in the relationship. So Anya, thank you so much again. And to everyone watching, feel free to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you enjoyed it. I'm going to be doing live streams every Friday now, so I have another one coming up in a couple days that's going to be really, really good. It's on how to be the woman that he never wants to live without, how to really elevate your power and elevate your value in a man's eyes. So that's going to be great. I'll see you guys on Friday. That'll be at 1:00 p.m. Pacific time for anyone who's free then. Anya, thank you so much again, and we will see you guys soon.
Guys.